Hello, everyone. It's your girl, Celicia. Um, I have been battling with doing this video. This is my very first ever video on social media. For those who know, I have been like, God has had me tucked away for the last 7 years. He has had me in this growing season, growing through different aspects of life and spirituality in every way that could possibly happen. Um, it really has been an interesting journey. Um, he literally moved me away from everyone and everything that was comfortable to me. It's been, I just had 7 years since I moved out of the state where my entire family, my businesses were, and like went to a brand new state, started over, started to build a business, and smack dab in the middle of COVID, trying to build a business in a brand new state. And I've gone through so many challenges. It's just challenge after challenge. And what it taught me was, because there was no comfortability, there was no one to depend on, there was no one to rescue me, that I learned in a huge way how to depend on God, like to completely rely on and trust God completely with my life. And it's like I had a breaking point, maybe about 7-8 months into me moving. I had a breaking point where things that I thought was going to progress a certain way didn't progress that way, but it was all part of God's plan. I got to that breaking point of a line of demarcation of like, I'm tired, God. Like, I'm done with trying to figure things out on my own. I'm done trying to navigate life without really consulting you first. So whatever it is that you need to teach me, whatever it is that I need to learn, like, I'm going to lay my life down so that you can teach me and carry me through, because I don't ever want to go through this again. And little did I know that it was going to be this 7-year journey. And it has been just a whirlwind. Very difficult moments, difficult decisions. Felt lost at times, confused at times, felt abandoned at times, felt very lonely at times. But all in all, God really took me into this place of like almost like just cocooning me away and consecrating me away from everything. He's like, you're not saying nothing to anybody. You're going to stay quiet. You're going to let me teach you. You're going to let me show you. You're going to let me pour into you and extract things that no longer serves you, no longer serves what it is that I'm doing in your life. Not that you need that now when you're in this place of sharing, that is bold. It's convicted. It is certain. Again, learned and unlearned, unlearned a lot of things and learned things about grace and business and life and people. Just being transparent and understanding how much God actually loves us. And, we're in this fight in our lives right now. It's always the spirit and the flesh is at war. And so a lot is unveiling. And so where evil is present, grace much more abounds. There's a lot happening. I've never done anything social media based, like where I show up on screen. The most I've ever done was promote my business through my services. And that's all I've ever done. And I barely did that. Never been that person to show up on social media that way at all. I like to be behind the scenes. I don't need to be seen. I could just make my moves and keep it going. But I had a friend of mine a little bit over a year ago that was like, friend, you need to start putting your story on social media. You need to start sharing your insights. You need to start sharing what it is that God is doing in your life, what he's done in your life. You have been, impacted in such a way that people need to hear about. And then, I was just like, because I've been hidden, I want my peace to be safe. I want my time with God to be remain sacred and safe and peaceful. But he's just been pushing and pushing, like, it's time for you to open your mouth. It's time for you to share what I've been doing. It's time for you to start allowing me to operate through you in a way that only I can do. So I don't know what it's going to look like. I know there's going to be podcasts coming down the line. There's going to be, talking, interacting with audience this way, but I'm going to be perhaps interviewing some people or having conversations with other people. And what really sealed that for me today was a conversation, like why I'm here right now. I've been saying that I'm going to record today, and I've just been putting it off because I don't like to be in front of the camera. But I had a conversation with a former client of mine today, and we just had such an amazing conversation. And that's how it solidified to me that I need to show up and have these conversations that more of the world needs to hear. It's things that I know that people are battling with constantly. Being in an industry of service with mostly women, there's so many things to unpack. And so I'm just looking forward to what's about to happen. So podcast, talking to the audience based on what God's showing me. There's going to be stuff on spirituality. There's going to be stuff on business. So we're going to see what he has for us. I just ask for your support, for those of you that want to support. And if it's not for you, it's all good. It's not for everybody. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm okay with that. So with that being said, I will see you soon. Thank you for listening. And we gonna see what God has in store for whatever he's doing with this content creation, because I'm definitely not savvy to it, but we're gonna go ahead and grow through it together. All right, peace out.